How's it going, everybody? My name's Chris Tenda. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time, we did just some side questing. We went to the 7 heroines, did that major side quest in the desert, and got that shrine, and we did something else that I can't remember for the life of me. It was a shrine quest, I know that for a fact. Forgive me, everybody. It was a long time since I last recorded. Over 2 months, to be precise. I was kind of focusing on college for a while before, well, you know, putting forth a lot of time into this game series, but my hardest class is over, the one that took up most of my time, and it's, well, time to get back right back into things. Those are the words I was trying to use. Today, we're gonna be trying to finish up all the shrine quests that we can in the desert, and then hopefully next episode we can finish off the desert once and for all, for the most part, by taking down Divine Beast Vanaboris. Today, we're going to be starting by talking with Lane Savaota. Ah, a Hylian. This is the northwest gate of Gerudo Town. All Vi are welcome. Well, we caution all travelers to avoid sandstorms. If you're caught in a sandstorm, you'll lose your way. Even us Gerudo have trouble navigating them. Which is precisely why there are so many stories about ancient cultures hiding their treasures in the desert. Treasure? Having said that, I don't really know the details either. There are statues of sword women scattered across Gerudo Desert. They're remnants of an ages long past. People talk about the statues pointing to the hidden place of ancient treasure, but that's just superstition. Even if it was true, there are dangerous monsters in the sandstorm. I wouldn't risk it. We get the shrine quest, the Silent Sword Women. So, I say that since we always know what the ancient treasure pretty much holds, and I kind of spoiled it in the beginning of the episode, we are just going to do just what she said. Now, if you look, you can actually take the swords that these sword women have. You just wanna kind of, there you go. Then you can pull it down. They typically have Traveler's Claymores. Wow. Red leather, yellow leather. I gotta keep doing that. Rusty weapons, claymores typically, mostly just big swords that you'll see, because the Gerudo women typically have ginormous weapons. I don't need the Traveler's Claymore, it's kind of bad, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna see exactly where she's pointing. Looks like it's going in this direction, and we are just gonna wanna go exactly in that direction until we see the next statue, and then exactly where that statue's pointing, we'll go to the next one, then the next one, till we find the shrine. It appears that the next statue is right over here. Yet again, looks like she's holding the Traveler's Claymore. And it looks like she's pointing in this direction diagonally. Now, they're not gonna be pointing like pinpoint accurate to where the next statue would be. But if you just go in this direction and keep your eyes peeled along the horizon line, you should be able to see where the next one is. Now, this goes without saying, but you're gonna be traveling into the desert. Make sure you're prepared for a battle, and make sure you're prepared for the conditions at hand. I actually should switch to, where is it? Ah, right here. I should switch to this gear. It's got better armor. And, well, just in case I get into a scrap, and it's good for the heat. I'm gonna try to avoid any fight that I can. Got some, what looks like black bokoblins and an electrical yellow Lizalfos. Just gonna try skipping those guys right then and there. Now, you will get turned around every now and again. That's just kind of the way that this side quest can be sort of tricky, is when you find enemies like that, you'll get turned around and you're not gonna know exactly where the last statue is pointing, but if you just kind of buckle down and then keep just running past the enemies at full blast, you shouldn't lose your way all too much. Or you can do what I like to do, although I'm not gonna do it now because it takes a lot of time. Put a marker on the map exactly where the statue is, and then put a marker a few pixels ahead of where the marker would be pointing, so you can kind of have a makeshift arrow on your map. So if you lose where you are, you can look back onto where the arrow is sort of facing on the map and go in that direction if you get turned around. Sadly, you can't do anything when you're in the sandstorm because it sort of makes your Sheikah Slate go haywire. I guess there was some sand that got caught in the device. I don't know, but you pretty much don't have your map and you have to rely on your wit's end. So you turn into any other Zelda game where you don't exactly have a map. 90% of the time. Now, where is this last statue? I might have gotten a little too turned around. I think if you just follow close to the mountain, if you see the big mountainside, I know that the shrine is right up against the edge of it. Keep an eye out for landmarks. Those should always be very, very helpful for you. Nope. Oh, okay. Hey, speak of the devil. Okay, she's pointing in this direction. Got some more Lizalfos over here. What are you? Black and or blue Lizalfos from the looks of it. No, it looks like I'm just gonna be trying to sneak my way through here. I'm pretty much just gonna be going in one direction, so I will speed up the footage until I get to the next landmark. Haha, actually, never mind. I didn't have to speed up anything. It was right over that ridge is the next sword woman. She's pointing in this direction, so we're just gonna keep going. Not really too interesting. I mean, the sandstorm is a cool idea, but it's sort of annoying. It's a hazard that you're really not ever gonna enjoy. It's kind of like, if you ever played Call of Duty Zombies, sort of like Black Ops 2's, mud on Origins or something, where it's like, it's all over the place and it's gonna hinder you no matter what, but I mean, it's not too bad. It's gonna slow you down for a little bit. We made our way all the way to the shrine, and the sandstorm is still overtaking us. I don't quote me on this, but I believe that the sandstorm kind of randomizes, so there's a chance that this place cannot be covered in sandstorm and you can use your map. Don't quote me on this, but I believe that's the case. Or maybe I'm wrong and you have to go through the shrine first. I don't know. Either way, we made it. You pretty much just have to go northwest of Gerudo Town and you'll find it eventually. It's gonna be underneath a giant bone structure. Leviathan, that's the word. And the shrine we have is a stasis puzzle. When the ball's in midair, you're gonna wanna stop. Oh, crap. When the ball is in midair, you're going to wanna try to stop it. It's a real pain. I recommend that you find a spot you know it goes through and then just mash A when it's about to launch through that projectile or trajectory. Just a little bit further up. It'll always go through the same path, so there you go, and then you're gonna take out an arrow, get it off course just the teeniest bit, and it'll fall right down for you. Now, before we use this, we're gonna figure out exactly what we need. So this obviously opens up that door, because it's an electrified ball, but if we take it over here, I do believe that this is where we're going to get our secret. Yes, Rooney, right in here, drop it down. What do we get? Moonlight Scimitar. And my inventory's full. Do I want the Moonlight Scimitar? Like I said, it's been actual months since I last picked this game up, so I think we're good, honestly. I really like the elemental weapons because it helps me early game, well, I guess we're mid-game at this point. And I almost forgot the ball, dang it. And also the other weapons I have are just super good. Like, I don't know, what's your preference for the weapons? If you guys want to leave a comment, that'd be great. I actually do read every single comment that I get, the few that I get. But my personal favorite weapons are the big, heavy hitting weapons. Swords are okay, they don't do enough damage and the range is just not good enough to warrant them. And spears are really good, especially their charge-up attack, but they just break too easily. The drill shaft, though, is a top-tier spear, I gotta say. And with that, my motor mouth running at 1,000,000 miles an hour, we've gotten our spirit orb. Feels really good to get back into the swing thing, guys. And gals. So my second suspicion was correct. After you beat the shrine, the sandstorm disappears, and you can actually look on the map and see where it is. So, realistically, if you're at this shrine right here and you go directly northwest, you will get to the Kemazeus shrine. Is there anything around here of note, though? That's the question. I'm gonna climb up here and just see if there's anything, because sometimes if you climb up these structures, there will be like weapons sticking out of the bones from, I wanna say, time long past where they actually killed this Leviathan. Although then again, my theory that this takes place in the Wind Waker timeline where giant beasts like this could have actually existed may not make sense if there's Gerudo swords sticking out of them. So maybe there was just a bunch of Gerudo hooligans that, would you just climb up the thing, Link? That made a bet to climb up here and they placed down a marker or something to prove it. I don't know. Either way, we got a Korok seed. Man, I gotta find Hestu. That suave fellow really needs to give us an upgrade. All right, I will see you guys to the final shrine that we're gonna be doing for today. Oh my gosh. Oh, when I tell you the climb up to get to this last shrine that we can do in the desert so far was a pain in the butt, I mean it. I highly recommend that if you're gonna follow along, you have at least 2 full stamina wheels, because otherwise, oh boy, you are not going to be able to get to the shrine at all. Well, I mean, I guess if you come up from that side, but I came in from the desert, dang it. You can just climb in from the Dila Ma'ag shrine, which is the, you know, desert maze shrine. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. And it's gonna be a bit of a climb, but I know you can do it. So, this shrine, it's a bit of a pain. Every time I do 100% playthrough, 100% in quotes, this is always one that gives me a big ol' headache, because it's just waiting. Right here. Read the Mountain Peak log. This is a log of my findings concerning the shrine that sleeps on a snowy Gerudo peak. Discovery log, day 1. I come to the snowy mountain intending to find the ancient shrine that was written about in an old text. The shrine slumbers near the pedestal on a snowy Gerudo peak. I believe I have arrived at the pedestal mentioned on the passage. Next page. Discovery log, day 7. It's been 7 days since I arrived at the pedestal mentioned in the ancient text. Unfortunately, I've eaten through my food provisions more quickly than I anticipated. On a brighter note, I found the explanation in the source text that may be the key to the riddle. When the snowy mountain pedestal glows, cast a cold shadow on its core. I noticed a faint glow on the pedestal for a short while each day, but how to cast a cold shadow onto its core? It seems that this calls for further research here. Discovery log day, I've lost count. I feel that I am a hair's breadth away from unlocking the secrets hidden within the pedestal. I'm certain that casting and cold refers to using a specific type of shadow. But I've run out of food entirely, and I doubt that I'll ever have that I ever had the tools to do the job, whatever they may be. Okay. Now this is where the real pain begins. So, you see here that this is the pedestal. And it glows typically when the sun is going this way, like right behind us. It'll cast a nice shadow right there. Yeah, by the way, blood moon is about to happen. Just ignore that. Now, the cold part comes in right here. You're gonna have to hold a snowball above your head. The real tricky part is, though, you need to make a little bit bigger of a snowball if you want this thing to work. It's such a finicky puzzle that you gotta roll the snowball to make it bigger, which I just usually throw it. As it rolls down the hill, it gets bigger. You wanna pick it up before it gets too big, however. This is probably the best size for the snowball you're gonna get. Really, Blood Moon? Really? I'm sitting here with a big old snowball on my head, and then you suddenly come in like, the Blood Moon rises once again. You can't just give me a break. This is the first recording session I've had in months, and you're just like, ooh, let me cast all the monsters back so you get that good old memory of getting your butt kicked by everything in the game. Ah. Sorry, I had to get that out. Now, I don't think you guys want to just see me, you know, standing here with a big old dopey snowball on my head, so I'm just going to speed up the footage until everything matches up to how it needs to be. As you can see right there, I kind of climbed up at the perfect time because it's almost there. Actually, you know what? Do I even need to speed up the footage? This is going way better than I thought it was. I'm genuinely shocked. Please tell me that I got here at the perfect time. Please tell me that I got here at the perfect time. The shrine isn't glowing. I'm scared. Ooh, I'm about to freeze to death. Come on, come on. And there we go. 11 and a half minutes ought to be perfect. Come on, come on, come on. Glow, dang it. Oh no, don't tell me I'm... Don't tell me I'm too late. Or early. That blows. You've got to be kidding me. No, come on. Okay, I guess I've got to wait 12 hours. Ain't that just swell? All right, you guys know the drill. I'm just gonna cut the footage until I get to the part that actually we need to see to further advance the plot. So, see y'all in a minute. Looks like I'm camping out after all. Okay, so it starts to glow roughly at about 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on average. I believe that's the exact time it can be at, but I've seen it happen at 7, I've seen it happen at 3, depending on some in-game variables that I'm too dumb to understand. But after you grab a medium snowball and 4 o'clock rolls around any second now. Come on, I literally have been waiting here for 5, 10-ish minutes. I haven't looked at my timer all too much. But you want to set up a campfire for around roughly noon. I think you can set it at nighttime and that takes you directly to 6, but I don't know. I don't really want to risk that all too much. Make sure that the snowball almost perfectly overlaps that center little dot right there on the pedestal. And you should be, I believe mine's good right here. I was actually an idiot. This is the second day in a row I had to do this because I had a fire sword on my back, which shrunk my snowball too much. And it melted and I, well, couldn't complete the shrine. Come on, come on. I don't want to do this again. Yes, there we go. Oh my gosh, this one is just a waiting game. I hate it. I mean, same thing with the clock one that we did, where you have to use the sun as sort of a clock dial to line up the shadow with the pedestal. I can't remember the name of it. You know the one I did a while back. Yeah, that one. Okay. My favorite part of this quest. Get out of here, Snowball. All right. Now we're gonna put a fire sword. Fire spear. There we go. Right on our back so we can keep ourselves fairly warm. Yeah, make sure you make a bunch of dishes if you don't have proper snow gear that keep you protected from the cold. I made an 11-minute dish and that kind of lasted me as long as I needed it to. So that's pretty good. I'd say make 2 11 minutes, maybe 3 10 minutes if you really want to be safe. However, please tell me, because I never really look at what's in the shrines. I kind of like to be surprised or let my memory be like, oh yeah, I remember what this one is. Oh, thank goodness. After that nightmare of a side quest, the Suma Sahama's shrine, I think that's how you say it, simply offers us a moonlight scimitar. Link is hold on. Link is displeased with this. Yeah. All right, well, I suppose that there was one good thing that came out of the shrine. We can grab ourselves a spirit orb. 4 spirit orbs? Everybody knows what that means. I'll see you all back at Gerudo Town. Now that we have our 4 spirit orbs in tow, and I did say that next episode, we're gonna try to take on Vandaboris, I think it's only reasonable that we got enough stamina and we really have a tough fight coming up. And I mean that, like, we may have the toughest fight in the game coming up right here if you were not prepared. So, heart container, yes please. And I believe that brings our total heart count up to 10. Very nice, very nice. Now, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we are going to take a little trip over to the kitchen, make some dishes, make some elixirs, whatever we need, prepare ourselves for the battle ahead. Vaughn and Boris, wherever you are, we're coming for you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, most importantly, if you did. And as always, have a good one, everybody. Please take it easy.